Your life is not yours if you are constantly concerned about what other people think. They're not concerned about me. Hey everyone, it's Emily here, back for another video, and today I'm gonna be talking about something that's important for us to ponder. And I think that a lot of people, young and old, may struggle with this, and I just think that it's good to be reminded about who we are living our life for. But before we get into the video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and also click on the bell so that you never miss an upload. All right, let's get into this. So this has been coming to mind recently. I knew that I did care about the thoughts of others from a young age, but I thought I had overcome it. I was like, I don't care. I'm fearless. Others' opinions, brush off. Not so much. Recently, I'm starting to be concerned about others' thoughts and opinions of the things that I do. And so when I'm making positive steps in my life and I'm doing unique things, big steps, I start to get this feeling. This feeling bubbles up inside of me. These little thoughts come about like,
oh, this isn't the norm. What are people gonna think of this? Are they gonna think I'm weird? People are probably thinking, who does she think she is by posting this, by doing this?
I'm having these assumptions about what other people may think. Who knows if they're even thinking this? They're probably not even thinking about this. They probably are not giving second thought to things. But me, in my mind, I'm creating all these assumptions and ideas of what's going on in other people's minds. So I've started to become more aware of it. And it's concerning because this should not be clouding my mind. So the first thing I had to remember and recognize is that every single individual has things going on in their own life that they're focused on. They're not concerned about me. They probably don't even notice anything. It's really not that deep. Those people that I'm thinking about are probably thinking the same thing about themselves. So somebody was speaking one time and they mentioned that a study was done by a psychologist who had a group of people, and he told them that a makeup artist was going to make some like scar on their face, and they had to observe people's reactions and then come back and report about it. So this is what the participants were thinking was going to happen. But the psychologist had other plans in mind. He told the makeup artist in private to go back and say that they needed to do some type of touch-up and actually remove the scar off of their face. So the makeup artist went back in the room, told the people that she needed to do touch-ups before they go out, and she removed the scars and whatever. So their faces were completely normal when they went out. So the people went out, they interacted with people, and after they had interacted with people, they came back to report what had happened when they interacted with people in public. Guys, you will not believe what they were saying, what they reported. They were like, yeah, it was really bad. You know, people were making weird faces at us, this and that. They were talking about all this negative stuff because they thought they had scars on their face, but really, they were perfectly normal. And so this goes to show that our mind is so powerful, and we cannot be putting all these thoughts in mind and these assumptions because it's false. We're just making up these misconceptions in our mind, and it's ruining us, and it's blocking us and inhibiting us from making positive strides in the future. And I think the enemy has a big role in this and tries to deceive us and tries to implant thoughts of doubt and unbelief in what we're doing. We cannot listen to this. We have to stand firm and continue to do positive things. Not every single thought that comes to mind is valid. When I was first trying to overcome not being so concerned about the thoughts of others, I saw a quote online and it said, "Your life is not yours if you are constantly concerned about what other people think." That changed my life. That was like the light bulb moment, I guess you could say. And that's what absolutely had me awestruck. It gave me a new perspective. I was living my life for the approval of other people. You're not living your own life. Let that sink in. So now when these thoughts are coming in, like, they're probably like, who does she think she is? I really don't want it in my life. I don't want this to be a block for me in my experience of growth in the Lord. I was praying about it. I was like, Lord, please help me to not be concerned about what other people think of me. And then I said, but help me to be concerned about what you think. And then, boom, the answer was there. I was praying to overcome it, and then I said the answer to this entire situation. I didn't expect to say that, but I just happened to say that. And immediately after I said it, I was like, oh, yes. Instead of being so concerned about what other people think, I need to be concerned about what God thinks. By shifting my focus from other people and shifting my focus to God. That's who I need to be concerned about. What the Lord thinks of what I'm doing should be my concern. That's what I should be asking myself. That's what should be coming to mind when I post something, when I'm doing this positive thing, when I'm making different steps in my life. What does God think of this? Once I can answer that question, I'm good to go. If other people are not okay with what I'm doing, let's say, it doesn't matter, because I already have the approval of God, and that is all that counts. I want to end off with a verse from Galatians 1 verse 10. And it says, "For do I now persuade men or God? Or do I seek to please men? For if I still pleased men, I would not be a bondservant of Christ." Here it is, guys. I want us to focus on the last part. For if I still pleased men, I would not be a bondservant of Christ. Boom, right there. So we see here that you can be on either two sides. You can seek to please others, to please your peers, to please those around you, and you can make that decision for yourself. But if you're deciding to please others, you cannot at the same time be pleasing the Lord. You will never be satisfied. You will never be at peace if you're constantly concerned about the thoughts of others. But not everyone is going to be on the same boat as you and in alignment with you. So it's important to recognize that only God's thoughts about what you're doing is what's valuable. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Always keep in mind that you're trying to please God, and always ask, what does God think about what I'm doing? Thank you all so much for tuning in. I am so happy you're here. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe down below and click on the bell so that you never miss an upload. Also leave a comment as well. I will see you all in the next video. Bye!